Next, we will have the candidates for VP Operations, Nouman, Daryl, and Julian. Unfortunately, Daryl could not make it today. He did inform me before through email that he does have an exam.
My name is Nouman, Amjad, Bhatti, and I'm studying for the VP Operations this year with YU Red. So we want the certification from YFS to put more funds into student-driven causes, clubs, colleges, reduction of parking fees, and free TTC. I will make sure that every single penny of YFS, which we collect from you guys, myself, students, and make that again, making our financial statements publicly so that we can be held accountable for every penny of YFS. So I will do that as well, and that's it for me. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
My name is Julian, Jasniewski, and I'm your Vice President Operations candidate for the 2014-15 school year. During my years as a McLaughlin student, I was recognized by the community with several awards, including the David Sugarman Student Spirit Award and the McLaughlin College Lifetime Award just last year. The following year, I was elected McLaughlin College Director for the York Federation of Students. This position opened my eyes and ears to countless issues that students face daily. Whether it's choosing between eating dinner and being able to take the bus home because you can only afford one or the other. Whether it's choosing to work 1, 2, 3, or 4 part-time jobs only to be faced with the dilemma of whether to work at all because OSAP won't give you the adequate loans if you work too much. And now I want to continue working with you next year to accomplish even more. The role of Vice President Operations requires me to oversee and manage the budget of the YFS. For this, I guarantee a balanced budget and unqualified audit, as always, for the coming year. Speaking of money, being a student is expensive. I want to bring you more ways to save money next year. I will get you discounts on concerts, other entertainment events, because I know they do deserve a night out here and there. Because we have so many great clubs, I want to help them distinguish themselves in the form of Club Swag. We have an amazing catalog, and I want to bring more options next year with things such as the sweaters. It takes a team to achieve great things, and York United is a group of diverse individuals driven to change the status quo.
You mentioned the budget, you mentioned balancing the budget. Is the budget unbalanced at the moment? If that is so, and you want to balance or come up and close the deficit, you also want to increase club spending. How are you planning on balancing the budget on one hand, and at the same time increasing spending on the other hand? It's usually one or the other with most people.
Sorry, this is directed at both candidates, right?
I mean, he addressed the platform, so I think it would only be justified if they are the party in power, they're running for re-election, and I could ask a directed question that he could possibly give me some insight into.
But the debate rules...
If the other,
yeah.
if they also, he also wants to
So
answer the
it
question,
has to be in
I'd
the
love
form of
to.
a question directed at both candidates.
How are you guys planning on balancing the budget and at the same time increasing spending to clubs? Better?
So, as I told you that our half of the budget is going to CFS. So I'm, because it's like half of the budget is going to be average on $2 million, which is a lot. And after the certification from CFS, I would do that. And I would make them make that money coming in YFS so that our budget can be increased and it could be balanced.
Okay, I guess maybe I'll rephrase it. So the YFS has had an unqualified audit the last several years, which means there's nothing wrong with the actual budget itself. I'm not sure where else to go with that.
Thank you. Are there any more questions from the floor?
In terms of a club point of view, I've been involved with on the executive level with clubs for the last 3 years. I've had numbers of problems with swag, with getting funding on time, with having our events funded properly, just because we'll submit the receipts on time and then it'll take weeks and sometimes even months to get back to us. In terms of swag, we submitted swag orders early last year and we didn't receive them until almost March or April, when there was no point in us even having swag. So that was the swag that carried over to this year. I guess the whole purpose of having swag would be that you have it from September all the way up till April. It's a continuous flow. Other clubs that I've spoken to recently in the past have basically stated the same problem that I have. They haven't been able to get their funding on time. How do you plan on addressing that?
Start with Julian.
So as it currently stands, there are monthly club committee meetings. This is something, so in terms of getting the proper funding a little bit quicker on time, I believe that we can have these meetings more frequently in the coming year, bi-weekly, just to ensure that clubs do get the proper funding on time and throughout the year. So I think doing that bi-weekly would actually help clubs greatly and double the amount that it currently does. In terms of club swag, I guess making it quicker and dealing with clubs over the summer is going to be very important, and that takes both sides to step up to the table and make sure that clubs work with us during the summer to make sure that we put the orders in on time, we sit down together, we design all the cool swag items, and hopefully next year, like I said, we do want to expand the catalog, bring in some more amazing items from the Single Mothers Cooperative in El Salvador. So I'm pretty excited to do that next year.
Nouman.
Sorry, could you repeat that question?
How do you plan on addressing the issues of getting club funding and swag out quicker so that the clubs can enjoy those things?
Okay, so first of all, I would say that you need to be organized. You need to know that what plan is you have, what time you are gonna get the club funding. Like it's basically organizing yourself and your committee as organizing your committee that you are receiving and you are communicating with other clubs. As you said, you didn't receive any funding or not on time, right? And I would say that if I get elected or something like that, so it's just we are gonna organize committees and we're gonna do that on time. Not like it's not that it's on the problem is on both sides, right? Some of the problem you are facing is for your own fault, and some of the problems were on the YFS side.
So that wraps up VP Operations. Thank you, Nouman, and thank you, Julian.